As we get later and later in the run, as we saw Ross Chastain do last week, you're going to have to block and pick and choose where you want to put your car in front of those lanes coming at you.
And they're still 3 abreast. A couple of rows deep right there.
The speed in the 14 is what makes him dangerous. He's able to
4 wide.
Puts him in bad spots. There he goes. He's around.
Off the nose of Denny Hamlin, who also was involved. Chase Briscoe. Larry, you missed it by a lap. I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, and that's exactly what we talked about, Clint. You know, Briscoe just kept putting his car in position after position, bad spot after bad spot, and finally it has bit him.
Well, the speed in his race car enabled him to do that. You know, I'm not putting that on him. It's the package, right? Denny Hamlin, he was a contender. That car was capable of getting the job done. Finally did him in. Going back to that, tons of speed in that car, but it was kind of a dart without feathers. That thing could get down there and force him in a scenario to have to make a move. It was time and time again, the speed down the straightaway, land a problematic situation in your lap by the time you got in the corner.
And there you saw Denny Hamlin's right front wheel is locked. He's just going to try to nurse it around to pit road. Full moon this weekend. Anybody surprised? No. Not me. Chase Briscoe climbs out after a very eventful day.
Well, you see Chase Briscoe right here. Got up in front of Bubba Wallace. Tried to go through the middle, and they were too wide below him, and he just lost it.
Shot the gap one too many times.
Yeah, and you want to be aggressive, and you want to keep doing everything that you need to do to go forward, but at that particular point, he just got a little tap from the 11 underneath him there because they were 4 wide. There was just nowhere to go, and wound up getting spun out.
Can't say he wasn't going for it.
9th caution flag of the day. Chase Briscoe's race comes to an end right there. From Martin Truex. Other than Briscoe, looked like Denny Hamlin got the worst of it here.
Yeah, and that's just, you know, they're too wide below Chase there, and spotter's got to be telling him too wide. I don't know what the spotter said, but they were too wide below him, and
hold on.
Yeah, he went too low, and Denny Hamlin was there with the car below him, and he couldn't go anymore, and the 14 wound up getting spun out right there.
Yeah, Daniel Suarez had a run to the inside of Hamlin, so they were stacked up 4 wide.
Well, it's one thing to shoot a 4 wide gap if you've got momentum. No momentum getting into 3.
Yeah, and you see him let go of the steering wheel with this rag and pinion steering on the front of these cars. It just whips the wheel back and forth. So a lot of guys choose to just let go of the wheel and not get their wrist hurt.
Let's hear from some of the drivers on just that. What to do with your hands when you're in that situation.
If you're involved in it, typically I will, I don't know, a lot of people take their hands off the wheel, but I just kind of grip it, just kind of get in a tuck position and hold on for dear life.
You don't want to get your hand caught in the wheel. That's a done deal for a while. If you break your wrist, break your hands. If I'm in an impact, I'm letting go of the wheel.
You try to do yourself a service by getting your hands out of the wheel, because that thing is going to move and it does not care what's in the way. It will break stuff.
Yeah, and you see Chase just choose to do that. And for me, I was a hang on for dear life type of guy. I thought I could drive it all the way to the end of it. That changed a little bit in these cars because it does rip the wheel out of your hand so hard. So
for me, it was exactly what you said. I just need something to hold on to. We're in a wreck. just being along for the ride without holding on to anything is kind of scary.
How about we dial up Kyle Busch and see what he's thinking sitting here in fourth place under the red flag?